and welcome to Trinket Island News, also known as the Tin. In recent news, it looks like we've revealed the name of a new geographical discovery. Just off the coast of Trinket Island, we see Fish Hook Isle. Rumor has it, it's covered in fish and lizard scales, but we will be sending out a research team soon. Speaking of scoop, let's check out what the creator's been up to with the Dream broadcast. I feel like there have been moments in my life where I have really been able to overcome these very specific obstacles, and then something happens and then I let myself just get beat down again, and I am ready to move on. I'm ready to move on to the next thing. I'm ready to be who I need to be in order to get the things done and achieve the things that I want to do. Right? Do you think that there's priests that like really don't like babies? Like, and they're doing baptisms and like they're having a good time. Like, I'm thinking of those like really oh my gosh, sorry. I'm thinking of those like really funny videos of like babies just looking like they're getting fucked up during their baptism or like christening. And so I'm like, oh, like I wonder if like that happens because there's like priests that just like really don't like babies. Like if I was a priest and I like had a baby that I was like christening or like baptizing and it like would not shut the fuck up. First of all, I'd be like evil. And then also I feel like, yeah, I would have a little fun. I'll shake it. But like, I don't know. So there's like intention and impact when it comes to communication, right? But also, I feel like there is goal and priority. So I was thinking a lot about this at work, and I'm honestly really stoked I have a lunch break right now, which is not usually what I would say, but I just really want to get this thought out. So like you can have an intention of like how you want to come across and the impact of what you actually say and how that comes across. And then there's the goal. So like there's intention of what you want to do, and then there's the goal of the conversation. But then there's the priority of what are you doing in the conversation to get to that goal, and like what is the kind of overlying priority that's maybe potentially different from the goal. But yeah, I just was thinking about like a bigger picture of like what does it mean to actually communicate, and like why is there so much miscommunication, and like just thinking about the way that people communicate. I hate being gay and having asthma because I walk really, really fast. And then I don't realize I walk fast to get to where I need to go, and then I fucking try to talk to someone. Sorry, someone was not going. I try to talk to someone, and then I'm like out of breath, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't breathe. Maybe I just have severe asthma. I really do have to thank my high school dance teacher for kind of where I'm at as a performer now. She was a Republican with an incredibly fat ass, and I think maybe she would have not ended up as a Republican had she had taken that dance company position instead of being a teacher. But we appreciate your sacrifices, even though I don't understand how you got your political beliefs beliefs based off of the students that you interacted with every day. But thank you for your service. Follow me for a second. Children get bored, and then they get mad because they're bored, because there's this expectation that you always have to be doing something, right? Like, we don't really let kids just be, and so, you know, I think that inadvertently, like, ties into, like, why we're addicted to our phones, because we don't want to just, like, be, like, I was thinking about it, and I was thinking about, like, you know, what it's like to live, like, a queer life versus, like a cishet normative life. And I'm like, yeah, like, there's these social scripts, and, like, you have to, like, really follow, like, a very particular social script. And I feel like this is obviously more blanket, but, like, for, like, a general, like, blanket for, like, cishet people, I'm like, I feel like y'all read the script really quick, because you're like, yeah, this is the script, this is what I need to know. And so you memorize it quickly, and then you, like, get upset that you have to do the same performance the rest of your life. Like, did you even, like, bother reading another script? You could have changed genres. Like, I don't know. Like, with other things in life, I feel like traffic, like people not knowing how to merge, like it feels like it's a parallel to children not being able to, like, follow in line or be able to allow other people to be in front of them in line. Like, I feel like that's a big thing with, like, merging. It's like no one wants to let anyone in front of them. And, like, as like working with kids, like it just looks like oh, like, you were failed over and over and over again. And then also maybe, you know, once you were cognizant to try, you didn't because you weren't given the tools to. And now you don't know how to merge. It's just like you didn't know how to get in line when you were younger. But it's, like, similar, but, like, it's not like I'm like, oh, poor cishet people, because, like, no. But, like, part of me is like, oh, is that why y'all are so high strung? Like, is it because, like, you, like, don't, like, you don't have anything else to do, basically, right? And then a lot of people don't even have hobbies anymore. This is a lot of just connected. That probably isn't, but in my brain it is. So I think what I'm trying to say is, like, if you find yourself bored, or you find yourself, like, sit with it for a little bit and, like, reflect on it, which I feel like is, like, a duh, but that was my thought this morning. I have to find the fine balance, but I think I'm done not putting effort into the way that I care about the way that I look, and I think I'm done not taking care of myself in the way that I need to. And not to be, like, not, like, pretentious, but I think I'm ready to just, like, fucking own my shit. I just want to own my shit, right? I have to go to work, but I just want to get them. Something I never, like, fully processed until, like, older, obviously, like a core value that my grandparents instilled in me were muting ads and questioning marketing. It's crazy to think about the fact that I used to have a job where I literally was forced to go up to people while they were having a meal and try to engage them in random conversation. And I would have to do that at least 30 minutes at a time, just straight walking around bothering people. Like, I have a lot of anxiety, but, like, I am the way that I am because of that fucking job. Like, there's a lot of things where I look back on that job and I'm like, that kind of sucked. But, like, overall, the skills that I learned or gained from that job or strengthened, like, like, I was just thinking about it, and I was like, yeah, like, when I go to drag gigs, I'm so anxious beforehand, and like, I don't know how to interact with people. Like, I don't know if I should interact with people in the crowd beforehand, whatever. And then I was just thinking about it, and I was like, what if I literally just pretended like I was at my old job, but instead of being like a knight in shining armor or an old-fashioned aviator, I just was a clown. Like, that's not like, when I think about it like that sounds so fucking easy. I think I just get stuck in my head because before the gig starts, I'm still Oni and I'm not Fruit Punch, and I think I need to find a way to like hop more into Fruit Punch before the music starts. Because once the music starts, it's like I black out, Fruit Punch takes over, and that's it, you know? But like, that before and maybe like after. But yeah, I was just thinking about that. I was like, that's fucking crazy that I had a job that I was just forced to like force people into conversation, essentially. And like the rejection that just came along with like the constant cold shoulder. Granted, you know, not constant, like it was still fun. Like the kids were there, the kids were about it most, like half the time. And like I had some really good interactions, like this deaf family that came twice, like months apart, and I got to see them both times, and they like remembered me the second time. Like that was very sweet, you know. I like having interactions like that. Like I wish I knew more languages so I could have more interactions like that, but that's just a crazy fucking concept of a job. I feel like there's little evil for when you do kind of fucked up things towards people who have a much higher advantage systematically to you. And then there's big evil when you're doing kind of fucked up shit or fucked up shit to people who don't have that same, like, essentially like ability to like bounce back, you know? What is this fucking guy doing? Anyways, I like Final Destination because I also feel like there is a curse of death taking over my family. And not necessarily in everyone has to die in a certain order, but like, I'm not expanding further. Instead of death trying to take my family, there have been so many instances where the universe was like, stop procreating, and I'm the only one that listened, so I'm the curse of death. I have my mother's anxiety and my father's intuition. This may make me sound a little full of myself, but right now I don't care. Deep down, I know that I'm really fucking cool. I know that I'm really interesting. I know that I have like a really broad spectrum of interests. I know that I'm intelligent. And I know that I'm attractive, and I also know that I'm off-putting, but the thing that I don't understand is like, I know that I'm this bad bitch, so like, why does it feel like maybe it's because I'm just expecting people to like understand that right off the bat. And like, I think cause like, maybe this is the moment where I'm like full of myself, where I'm like, well duh. It's like when I perform drag, like, and I feel like part of it is because clown, but I feel like I show up to gigs and people are like, what? And then I perform, and then afterwards people are like, wow. And I'm like, yeah, duh, like I know, like. And then I feel like because I don't get the responses that I expect, then I doubt myself. And I think I just need to, like, now that I'm saying it out loud, I'm like, I just need to stop having those expectations, like, and just have a good fucking time. Like, I really do think that I look for others' validation too often. And deep down, I know that I like where I'm at. Like, I know that I'm not 100% there, obviously, because I still got life to live. But, like, I spent a lot of my life, like, really wanting to die. But there was a glimmer of hope where, like, hey, if I somehow made it out of this, like, I would like to be, like, this kind of person. And I really feel like I'm starting to get to that point. So I'm like, why am I doubting myself? Why am I trying to seek this validation in other people? All because my parents and other shit. Mostly my parents. But, like, you know... This is me just like rambling and honestly answering my own questions, but I just got home and I don't know. I just want to share that. So I don't know if this video will actually make it out anywhere, but I know I need to at least watch this back and like process. Anyways, I got some pineapple punch and something about this yellow light. Something about this bottle makes me feel like this is gonna taste gross, but the ingredients weren't too crazy. So I'm hoping this is just good. Also, when I was skipping to my car, someone on the street called me cute. I'm gonna go play video games. Wow, what interesting insight. And that's all we have today for Trinket Island News. We'll see you next time.